Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to my channel. Now we are going to learn linear equations in two variables, right? This is chapter number 4, your class 9 maths. This is a new topic of algebra. You have already learned linear equation in one variable, right? So in this chapter, we are going to learn linear equation in two variables. Now, why we need to learn this, right? Why we need to understand the equation and why we need to learn this? If you see in any real world problem, there is a one concept, that is mathematical modeling. Now what is this? You convert any real world problem into a mathematical expressions or equations, then you solve that equations and you find a solution, and then if you apply that solution to the real world problem, you get the easy solutions, right? What I'm saying is, let's say you are doing a business, or you have any production company, right? How much production you should do, or at which cost, and what is your cost per your product, right? If you want to find this world, and if you want to find a feasible solution for that world, you just need to convert this whole situation into mathematical terms. Then if you find a solution of that mathematical terms, and if you apply this into your real world production factory, then you get desired results, right? Same way, in any real world problem, you can find the solution. You are going to use this chapter in your day-to-day life, right? So try to understand and learn this chapter very well. Now, what is the equation? Equation means any algebraic expression which includes equal to sign. Let's say x square plus 2x plus 3 equal to 0. These algebraic expressions include equal to sign, so this is equation, right? Very easy. Now what is linear equation? Linear means, in your chapter number 2, you have already learned linear polynomial, right? What is linear polynomial? A polynomial whichever degree is equal to 1, right? We call it a linear polynomial. Same way, what is linear equation? Linear equation is a equation which have degree is equal to 1. Degree means highest power of the variable. So if I write the equation as x plus 3 equal to 0, in this equation, if you see power of the variable x is 1, so it is linear equation. If I write another equation, let's say x 2x plus y equal to 5. So you can see here x and y are variables, so power of x is 1, power of y is 1. So yes, it is linear equation. If I write 2x square plus y is equal to 5, that means power of variable is 2, not 1. So this is not a linear equation, right? Linear equation, in linear equation, degree must be equal to 1. That means power of all variable must be equal to 1. Very easy, right? Now, linear equation in two variable. Before going to do the before going to learn the concept, let us recap what we have learned in standard 8. So in standard 8, you solved this type of equation. I have given example as 2x plus 5 equal to 0. Now, if I want to do a solution, right? So I have to find the value of x, that is a solution of this equation. So let me put this plus 5 to other side of equal to sign, that will become minus 5, 2x equal to minus 5. Now, if I want to find the value of x, so I have to remove this 2 also. So this is in multiplication, so it will be go in division. So x equal to minus 5 by 2. This is my final solution of this equation, right? Very easy. So you have already know that linear equation in one variable is unique solution. Unique means only one solution for one equation, right? So if I want to represent, see, any equation can be represented on graph. Now linear equation in one variable can be represented on one dimensional graph. That means on a number line, because if I want to represent this equation in this number line, x dash, this is a number line, right? 0 1 2 3 4 positive, and minus 1 2 minus 3 negative, right? Now if you see, if I want to represent this equation on number line, it will be a point only, right? Because it has unique solution. That means x equal to minus 5 by 2. So if I find x equal to minus 5 by 2, that will be x equal to minus 2.5. So it will be somewhere around here. So this point is referring 2x plus 5 equal to 0, right? Any linear equation in one variable can be represented on a number line, right, with a single point. Let me tell you that 2x is equal to 10. If I want to express this equation on number line, so I have to find, first I have to find the solution of this equation. That means find the value of this equation in find the value of x in this equation. So x will be 10 divided by 2, because 2 is in multiplication. So I have to put it into division in other side of equation. So it will become 5. X equal to 5. So That means I just have to find x equal to 5. So it will be somewhere around here. So this point refers to 2x equal to 10, right? Same way, what if we got two variables, right? So let us see an example. In a real world scenario, let's say there is a cricket match and two batsmen together scored 176 runs. This example is also given in your textbook, right? So what if two batsmen scored 176 runs? Now we don't know their individual scores. So how to represent this equation? How to represent this scenario in equations? They given that let score of batsman 1 be 1 x, right? Let score of batsman 1 is equal to x and score of batsman 2 is equal to y. So my real world scenario or my situation is I have a 176 runs together of batsman 1 and 2. So I have just represented this scenario in equation. That means ax plus y equal to 176. What is this equation trying to say is score of these two batsmen is equal to 176, right? X is a score of batsman 1, y is a score of batsman 2 is equal to 176. So by this method, you can represent real world scenarios into the equations, right? You have to understand concept to represent the real world scenario or situation in equations, right? It will be very helpful for you and you must learn this. So to represent any situation in the equations, first of all, you have to assume that let the in this scenario, I have assumed that let the score of batsman 1 be x and score of batsman 2 be y. So I have x plus y is equal to 176. This is my equation, right? This is a linear equation in two variable because it has two variables x and y. Both can be varies. So if I say a first batsman scored 100 run, then second batsman we must have scored 76 run. If second batsman scored 100 run, then first batsman must score 76 run, right? This way, this is equation. We don't know the individual runs of these two batsmen, but I know the combined score of these two batsmen, that is 176. So this way you can represent the equation. Now the standard form. What is the standard form of linear equation in two variable? What is the trace code of the linear equation in two variable? It is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. You have to learn this. You have to memorize this, right? Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is a standard form of linear equation in two variable where x and y are variables, right? X and y are variables, and you can see here a and b and c. So a and b and c are real numbers, right? X and y are variables, a, b and c are real numbers, and a and b is a coefficient of x and y. What is this? We have already done in polynomial chapter number 2, right? Ax, that means a is a coefficient of x, by, that means b is coefficient of y. Now c is a constant term, right? So a, b and c are real numbers and a and b are coefficient of x and y and c is a constant term. Now the one and only condition is a is equal to b is equal to 0. This cannot be happen in linear equation in two variable. If there is a condition in which a is equal to b is equal to 0, that means this is not a linear equation. What I am saying is, let us put a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0 in this equation. So what it will become? 0x plus 0y plus c is equal to 0, right? You can see here, if I put a and b both equal to 0, that means it will become 0x plus 0y plus c equal to 0. So it will become 0, 0 only. So my answer will be c equal to 0, right? Now let us see that my equation is 2x plus 3y plus 5 equal to 0, right? This is a linear equation, two variable. It is in the standard form. You can see here 2x, that means ax, 3y, that means by, plus 5, that means plus c equal to 0, right? You have to learn, identify the value of a, b and c from the equations also, right? Now what if I put the coefficient of x and coefficient of y is equal to 0? So if I put the coefficient of x is equal to 0 plus coefficient of y is equal to 0 plus constant term, let's say my constant term is 5 and is equal to 0, right? So can it be true? You can see here 0x, that is 0, 0y, that is also 0, 5 equal to 0. This is not true, right? This cannot be happen. So the only condition that is A is equal to B is equal to 0, this cannot happen in linear equation in two variable. If you want to say it in words, that means A and B both are not both 0. That means these both should not be 0 at the same time, right? If A is 0, then B cannot be 0. If B is 0, then A cannot be 0, right? You can see here that if I write equation such as 3ax plus 5 equal to 0. So yes, it is a linear equation. If I want to represent it in standard form, then you can write as 3ax plus 0y plus 5 equal to 0, ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Here I don't have a and b both 0, right? My a is 3 and b is 0, so it can happen. So this is linear equation in two variable. But if I write, let us see other example. Let's say 3y minus 10 is equal to 0. So if you see here I can write it equation in standard form as 0x, because I don't have x here, so I have to write 0x plus 3y plus into bracket minus 10 is equal to 0, right? You can see here ax plus by plus c is minus 10, right, is equal to 0. So yes, it is linear equation in two variable. I have a coefficient of x is equal to 0, but coefficient of y is not 0, so it can happen, right? So you have to remember the thing that this is the standard form of linear equation in two variable. In the standard form, a and b both should not equal to at the same time. If the a is equal to 0, then b must not equal to 0, right? And if b equal to 0, then a must not equal to 0. A, b, and c are real numbers, right? So this is the standard form. Now here we go. Example number 1. Write each of the following equation in form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and indicate the value of a, b, and c in each case. Right? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is a standard form of linear equation in two variable. So first of all, we have to convert any equation in the standard form. So here I have equation as 2x plus 3y is equal to 4.37. 2x plus 3y is equal to 4.37. If I convert it in standard form, that means I have to put all the terms in one side and then equal to 0, right? So here I have a 2x, that is ax, so I don't have a problem with this, so I write 2x. Then plus 3y, so I don't have a problem with this also, so plus 3y. Then here I have equal to 4.37, but in standard form we have to write constant term in this side and equal to 0, right? So let me take this term in the left side of equation. So it will become minus 4.37 is equal to 0. You can see here. Now you can compare it with this standard form ax, that is 2x, plus by, that is 3y, plus c, that is minus 4.37. Don't forget your sign. Bring your signs with you, right, in your answer. So you can write the answer there. This is a linear equation in standard form, and value of a is, if you compare this both, value of a is coefficient of x, that is 2. So value of a is equal to 2. Now what is value of b? Value of b is plus 3. So write plus 3 here. What is value of c? That is constant term. Constant term is minus 4.37. So write minus 4.37. Don't forget your sign, right? Question number 2. Ax minus 4 is equal to square root of 3y. I have told you a, b, and c are real numbers, so you don't have to worry about it, right? Now, ax minus 4 equal to root 3y. It is not a standard form, right? Standard form is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So here I have x, so I don't have a problem with x. So let me write x. Then I have to write a term with variable y. So here I have root 3y. It is in the other side of equal to sign. So I have to take it in left side of equal to sign. So it will become minus, right? So minus root 3y. Then I have minus 4. So write minus 4 equal to 0, right? So you can compare this equation with the standard form. It is in the standard form. Then value of a is coefficient of x. So in here coefficient of x is 1, only 1, right? You can see here I don't have anything, so I can write 1 here. So a equal to 1. Then what is b? B is coefficient of y. Coefficient of y is minus root 3. Don't forget signs. So b is equal to minus root 3, right? And what is c? C is equal to constant term, that is minus 4. Again, don't forget sign. So c will be equal to minus 4, right? This much easy. Now let us write another one. So here I have Let me change the sound. Right now, 4 equal to 5x minus 3y. So you can see it is not in a standard form. So let me convert it. First of all, I have to write a term with variable x. So let me write. So see, you can write this way also, right? Here I have 5x minus 3y is equal to 4, right? I can write equation in any way, from left side to right side or right side to left side. Equation means both side will be equal. So I can convert this equation in standard form in this way also. Let's say, let me write 5x as 5x as it is. I am just writing this equation in inverted direction. So 5x right now. I want a term with variable y. So this is minus 3y minus 3y. Now equal to 4 in this equation, but I want 4 in this side, 4 in the side of a variable x and y, right? So if I put 4 in this side of equation, it will be minus 4 equal to 0. So you can make a standard form of equation by putting the value or by just arranging the terms in either side of equation, right? So just imagine, what if I have written the equation in this form? Let me put minus 5x to this side, then it will become minus 5x. Then minus 3y to this side, it will become plus 3y, right? Then I have plus 4 here, so it is as it is. So I have written plus 4 here equal to 0. So this will be my standard form of the equation. And I got this form also. Here you can see, here I have 5x, I have minus 5x, minus 3y plus 3y, minus 4 plus 4 equal to 0. But these both are same. How can I say it? Because if I put all these three terms to other side of equation, it will be positive, right? So same way, I can say these both are same. You can write any of this answer. So your final answer will be a equal to 5. Your answer could be a equal to minus 5 if you converted equation in this type, right? And the b is minus 3 and c is minus 4. So you can convert equation in standard form in any of these two ways. Now our last question is 2x equal to y. Now if you see, if I want to write 2x equal to 5 in standard form, I have 2x as it is, don't have a problem with it. Now I will have to convert y in this side, so it will be minus y, right? Now I don't have a constant term in this equation, if you see. So I can write just plus 0, right? Because by adding or subtracting 0, there will be no effect on the equation. So I can write plus 0 equal to 0. This is standard form. Now, if you compare it with ax plus by plus c equal to 0, a will be coefficient of x, that is 2 only. So I have to write here 2. Now b equal to minus 1 coefficient of y, that is minus 1. So b equal to minus 1. Now c equal to 0, you can write c equal to 0. So this is your example 1. You have learned how to convert linear equation into variable in standard form. Standard form is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. How to find a, b, and c. Right now, example 2. Write each of the following as an equation in two variable. You can see here I have x equal to minus 5, so I have only one variable. But my question is I have to convert it in two variables. Now, if there is no second variable in my equation, I can write as the second variable coefficient of second variable is 0. What I'm saying is I have x equal to minus 5 here, right? I have x equal to minus 5 here. So if I want to write it in two variables, I can just simply write as x plus 0y. By adding 0y in equation, it will do not change in our equation, right? There is no change by adding 0y. So I can just add another variable with coefficient of y. So it will be x plus 0y. I have minus 5 here, so let me put the minus 5 to the other side. That will be plus 5 equal to 0. Very easy, right? Let me write second one. Second one is y equal to 2. I don't have x in this equation, so I can just simply write 0x, because I don't have x in this equation. So I have to write 0x plus y. I have equal to 2. So let me put this 2 in this side. So it will be minus 2 equal to 0. Very easy, right? Let me write third one. Third one is 2x equal to 3, right? 2x equal to 3. So I don't have y here. So let me write coefficient of y is equal to 0. So I can write it as 2x plus 0y minus, I have 3 on the other side. So let me put it in this side. Minus 3 equal to 0. right? Now last one, 5y equal to 2. Here I don't have x, so I have to write 0x plus 5y minus 2, because 2 is in other side of equal to sign. I have to put it in this side, right? Equal to 0. This is a standard form, right? So if you see linear equation in two variable, we are going to learn it in two dimension form, right? So there will be two variable always. But if there is there is only one variable in equation, that means the coefficient of second variable is 0. Here I have 5y plus 2, I have no x, so I have written coefficient of x is equal to 0, right? It does not change on any in this equation, right? So this way you can write linear equation in two variables in standard form. Now here is our question number 1 of exercise 4.1. The cost of notebook is twice the cost of a pen. Write a linear equation in two variable to represent this statement. I now this time to do a real world questions, right? Now we have a statement and I have to convert this statement in mathematical expressions in linear equation in two variables. You can see here the statement is the cost of a notebook is twice the cost of a pen. Now can you tell me that what are the variables in this statement? The variables are cost of notebook and cost of pen, right? These two are the main thing in this whole statement, right? Or in this whole scenario, the cost of notebook and the cost of pen. So first step you need to do is you have to assume the variable as the cost of notebook and one variable as cost of pen. It is already given in your question as a hint that take the cost of notebook to be x and take a note pen to be y. Now if there is no mention that what will be a cost of notebook and what will be a cost of pen, you can assume any variables or any numericals. Numericals, you cannot take numericals, but you can take any variables such as or any alphabet, right? Such as if I want to take a variable of cost of notebook, I can take it as equal to a, or no, note of pen will be b, right? So that's in that way you can take anyone. But here it is mentioned in your question that you have to take cost of notebook is equal to x and cost of pen is equal to y. So let me write here that cost of a notebook. First step will be you have to assume the value. Sorry, you have to assume the value as a variable. The cost of notebook is equal to x, right? Rupees x. That means x is a variable, and rupee sign refers to rupees. So you don't have to write it. So the cost of notebook is equal to x. Then cost of a pen is equal to y. That is already given in a question, right? Now statement is cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. So if you see it with the numbers, that means if the cost of pen is, let's say a cost of pen is 5 rupees, then what will be cost of notebook? Cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. So cost of pen is 5, the cost of notebook will be 10, right? If the cost of pen is, let's say 15, then what will be cost of notebook? It will be double of that, that is 30, twice of that, right? That is 30. So I have to represent this scenario in the mathematical terms. So cost of notebook, you just have to write a sentence by first, from the first, right? The cost of notebook is x, so you just write it x is twice the cost of pen. Is, that means equal to, right? Cost of notebook is, that means cost of notebook is equal to, so I have to write equal to sign here, twice the cost of pen, right? What is cost of pen? Y. So I have to write 2y, because it is mentioned here that twice the cost of pen. If there is mention that it is the half the cost of pen, that means I have to write y by 2. Here it is mentioned that twice the cost of pen, so I have to double the cost of pen, so it is 2y. Very simple. You just have to assume two variables as a you have to assume two variables according to your statement that is given in your question. Now after that you just have to write the real world statement into mathematical statement by starting from first. Here I have written that the cost of notebook, I have assumed cost of notebook as x, so I have written x is, what is the cost of notebook? Cost of notebook is equal to twice the cost of pen. So is, that means equal to, now twice the cost of pen, so twice the cost of pen is 2y. cost of n is y, so twice means 2y, so x equal to 2y. Very simple, right? So by this way you can express any real world statement into mathematical statement. Here you can see, you can take any value of y. Let me take a value of y as, let's say 20. Then what will be cost of notebook? It will be 40, right? Very easy. 20 multiplied 2, that is 40, right? So this is your question number 1. Now question 2, express the following in the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and indicate the value of a, b and c in each case. That means I have to convert this all in standard form and find the value of a, b and c. Very easy, right? So first is 2x plus 3y equal to 9.35 bar. Now this is my standard form, all the terms on one side and equal to 0 on other side. So let me put all the terms on one side, 2x and 3y already here. I just have to put this in the other side, that means this side, right? So I can write it as 2x plus 3y minus 9.35 bar. Now is this a real number? Yes. So you don't have to get any confusion, right? A, b and c must be real numbers, so these are real numbers, so I don't have to worry about it. Is equal to 0. This is standard form. Now you have to write value of x also, value of a, b and c also. So for the first one, my value of a is equal to, if I compare it with this equation, a will be 2, you can see here. Now b will be 3, you can see here, 3y, by, right? And c will be minus 9.35 bar, minus 9.35 bar. You have to take a sign with you, right? Because in standard form we have plus sign, here we have minus sign, so I have to write minus this, right? Now you will write second one, that is x equal to 3y. Now x equal to 3y, that means I have to, if I want to write it in standard form, x as it is, now 3y, I have to put this term in this side, so it will be minus 3y. I don't have constant term, so let me write 0 as constant term equal to 0, right? Now this is in standard form, so if I write it in a, b and c, value of a, b and c, it will be coefficient of x, that is 1, so a equal to 1. Now b, that is coefficient of y, so it is minus 3, and c constant term, that is 0, so c equal to 0. Very easy, right? Now third one, that is ax minus 5 divided by 5 minus 10 equal to 0. So you can see here, this equation is already in the standard form. If I want to simplify it, I can write it as ax minus 1 by 5y, coefficient of y is minus 1 by 5, you can see here, right? And minus 10 equal to 0. So you have to see the a, b and c and write the value of a, b and c. So a is equal to 1 in this equation, coefficient of x is 1. Now b is equal to minus 1 by 5 in this equation, you can see coefficient of y is minus 1 by 5. So b is equal to minus 1 by 5. C is equal to minus 10, you can see here, c is equal to minus 10. So it is your answer. Now this one, 2x equal to minus 5y. Now if you can see here, I just have to write 2x as it is. Now minus 5y, that means I have to put 5y in other side, so it will be plus 5y. Don't have constant term, so I can write 0 is a constant term. This is a standard form of a linear equation in two variable, right? Now if I write a, b and c, value of a will be 2 for this, coefficient of x is 2. Now what will be value of y? Value of y is 5 for this, coefficient of y is 5. Now what will be constant term? Here I don't have any constant term, so I can write c equal to 0, constant term equal to 0, right? Now here your question, 2x minus 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. So I just have to convert 6 on this side of equation and it will be in standard form. So minus 2x plus 3y minus 6 is equal to 0. Very easy. Now if you see, if I want to write value of a, b and c, so a is equal to coefficient of x, that is minus 2. B is equal to coefficient of y, that is 3. C is equal to constant term, that is minus 6 here. So don't forget signs, right? There is only one chance of mistake, and that is with your signs. So just write proper signs. 3x plus 2 equal to 0, it is already in standard form, but if I want to write more precise, that it will be 3x plus, I don't have y variable in this equation, so I can write 0y, right? Then plus 2 equal to 0. Now it is in standard form. So if I write the values of a, b and c, so a will be equal to 3, B will be equal to 0. I don't have Y here, so coefficient of Y is 0, right? And C will be equal to plus 2. Very easy, right? Now we will see these two. And first is Y minus 2 equal to 0. I don't have X here, so I can write 0x plus Y minus 2 equal to 0. Very easy, right? Same way, let me write this, and then I will write value of A, B, and C. Here I have phi equal to 2x, so I will write in reverse direction. So it will be 2x plus 0y. Now if I put 5 into the side of 2x, it will be, sorry, I have to write y here, right? 0y, right? Now if I put 5 in this side of equation, it will be minus 5. So minus 5 equal to 0, right? Now let me write value of A, B, and C for this both equation. Value of A for this equation will be, I am going to sub this there. So A equal to, here you can see A equal to 0, coefficient of X is 0, right? Now B equal to, value of B equal to 1, coefficient of Y is 1, and C equal to minus 2, constant term is minus 2. Same way for this, coefficient of X is 2, so A equal to 2, then coefficient of Y is 0, so B equal to 0, and constant term is minus 5, so C equal to minus 5, right? So this is your exercise number 4.1. Now what is the solution of linear equation? What is the solution of linear equation? We have learned that linear equation in one variable has a solution, unique solution, right? Solution means the value of that variable in one variable. If there is a variable x, so solution of that equation means value of the x, right? Same way, linear equation in two variables, solution of linear equation in two variable will look like coordinates, right? That we have learned in chapter number 3, x and y. Here first one will be value of x and second one will be value of y. If you see 2x plus 3y equal to 12. Now if you see whether 3 and 2 is a solution, 3 and 2, that means if you compare it with x and y, value of x will be 3, value of y will be 2. So if I put value of x and y in this equation, will it satisfy the equation? Let us check. 2x, that means 2 in bracket, x is 3, so let me write 3. 3y, y is 2 here, so let me write 2. Now what will be the answer? 3 2 is 6 plus 2 3 is 6, it will be 12, and you can see here I have equal to 12. So yes, these 2 points or these coordinates or this value of x and y is satisfied by the this equation is satisfied by these values. So these two are, or 3 and 2 is a solution for this equation, right? Yes, it is a solution. Now let me check for another 0 and 4. If you compare it with x and y, x equal to 0, y equal to 4. So let me write 2x plus 3y, x equal to 0 plus 3 in bracket, y equal to, I have 4. So 0 plus 3 4s are 12. So my answer is 12. So you can see here I have 12 here. So yes, these 2 points also satisfy by putting a value of x and y in this equation. So you can see I got 2 solutions. Same way I can find many solutions, infinitely many solutions. Linear equation in two variable has infinitely many solutions, right? You have to remember this. In one variable it has only one unique solution, but in two variables it has infinitely many solutions. I have told you that any expressions can be represented on the graph, right? For the one variable I have represented it by point. That means this point, that point is a solution of that equation. Same way, if I represent the linear equation in two variables, it always gives me answer in the graph as a straight line. Let me show you. Here I have equation as 2x plus 3y equal to 12. You will learn the method to representing on graph later, but let me show you here. I have equation as 2x plus 3y equal to 12. This is my equation, right? Now if you see here, this is the line that is this is the line that represents this equation 2x plus 3y equal to 12. I have told you that linear equation in two variable will always show a straight line in your graph. This is your graph paper simply, right? This is 0, this is positive x minus negative x, positive y, negative y. So this will be your graph. Now if you see that, now here if you see, if I put point here, I got coordinate 0 4. If I put my mouse cursor here, I get the coordinates. You can see in the screen, right? On the screen. So I get infinitely many points on this line. this line is a solution or representation of that equation, right? You can see here this point, it is a 0, 6, 0. So if you put x equal to 6, it will be 6 multiplied 2, that is 12, y is 0, so don't have to worry about it. So 12 equal to 12, right? So 6, 0 is also solution. Now here you have 0, 4, it is also solution. All the points you can see here on this line, all the coordinates on this line, you can see here. See, we got infinitely many coordinates, right? You can see here. So all coordinates in this line, and this line is going in both direction. So all the points in this line is a solution of this equation. So so that's why we call that linear equation in two variable has infinitely many solutions, right? Now let us move to our question. So we have learned what is solution for linear equation. Now example 3, finding a solution. Find 4 solution for x plus 2y equal to 6. Now we will learn method to find a solution. Equation is x plus 2y equal to 6. Now if they say find the solutions, that means I have to find the value of x and y such that if I put these two values in these equations, it should be satisfied, right? Both the sides will should be equal by putting this value of x and y in this equation. So I just have to find value of x and y. Now here they told us to find 4 solutions. So how can I find solutions of linear equation in two variable? You can find it simply by putting any value of x and finding a value of y. What I am saying is just learn the method. What I am doing is let put x equal to 0. Right? Let us put x equal to 0 in this equation. So it will become 0 plus 2y equal to 6. Right? Now 2y equal to 6, so I can write y equal to 6 by 2, that is 3. So I get a value of y equal to 3 when I put x equal to 0. This is the method. You have to put a value of any variable. I have put value of x as 0, right? You can put value of x as 1, 2, 3. What you want to put? So I have put x equal to 0 and I got y equal to 3, right? So my first solution for this equation is 0, 3. Your first one will be value of x, second one will be y. Now if you want to check whether it is a right solution or not, you can check it by putting value of x is 0 and value of y is 3. So 3 to the 6, so 6 equal to 6. You got the answer, right? Very easy. Let us find second one. Let put y equal to 0. Now this time we will put value of y equal to 0. You can start with any variable. So if I put value of y equal to 0, let me write let here. Let y equal to 0. So my equation will be x plus 2 in bracket 0 equal to 6. So my final answer will be x equal to 6. So I get the answer as when I put y equal to 0, I got x equal to 6. This is 0, not 6, right? So don't get confused. So my second answer will be y equal to 0. So y is second number and x equal to 6, 6 and 0. If you put here x equal to 6 and y equal to 0, 6 equal to 6, right? Same way, let us find third one. For the third one, let me put x equal to 1. What I am putting x equal to 1. Or you can put any number x equal to 2 for anyone, right? So if I put x equal to 1, it will be, my equation will be, let me write that here. Let x equal to 1. So it will be 1 plus 2y equal to 6. Now if I do a simplification of it, 1 will go on other side of equation. So it will be 2y is equal to minus 1. See, you have to write 3 dots. That is representative therefore, right? So 2y equal to minus 1. Now if I want to find a value of y, that will be, here 2 is in multiplication. So it will be minus 1 by 2. So it will be my answer. Sorry, here I have 6. So let me correct it. Here I have 1 plus 2y equal to 6. So 2y equal to 6 minus 1. Here is I have positive 1. So if I put on the other side of the equation, it will be negative 1. 6 minus 1 will be 5. So I have to write 5 here. So 2y equal to 5. Now y equal to 5 by 2. You know how to do it, right? So when I put x equal to 1, I get y equal to 5 by 2. So let me write it, x equal to 1 and y equal to 5 by 2. This will be your answer, right? It should both be real numbers, and you will find only real numbers in this type of equations. So don't have to worry about it. Now let us find fourth one. So let me put y equal to 1 here. So if I put y equal to 1, let y equal to 1, it will be x as it is plus 2 in bracket 1 equal to 6, right? So final answer will be x plus 2 equal to 6, right? So x equal to, if I put 2 on the other side, it will be minus, 6 minus 2, 6 minus 2. So x equal to 4. So when I put y equal to 1, my x equal to 4. So let me write it here. X is 4, so write 4 first, and y is 1, so write y second. So these four are solution of my equation. You can find infinitely many solutions by putting a value of any one variable, and you get a value of other variable, right? So this way you can find the solutions, very easy method, and there will be a question of this type in your exam. So you must learn this method, right? Now you can see here, the easy way to getting the solution is by taking x equal to 0 and find a corresponding value of y, and similarly put y equal to 0 and find the corresponding value of x. You can see here, I have put at x equal to 0 and finding a corresponding value of y. Same way I have put at y equal to 0 and I have find the corresponding value of x. So this is the easy method. If you have to just find a two solution, you can go with this method, right? Now we will see example number 4. Example is find two solution of each of the following equation. So I just have to find the two solutions, and what is the easiest method? Put x equal to 0 and find y, and put y equal to 0 and find x, right? So for the first one, let me write let x equal to 0. So it will be 4 in bracket 0 plus 3 y equal to 12, right? So it will be 3y equal to 12, and final answer y equal to 12 by 3, that is 4. I have written directly, right? 12 by 3, that is 4. So when I put x equal to 0, y is 4. So let me write here. First one is 0, 4. This is my solution. Now let us put y equal to 0. So let y equal to 0. So what will be your answer? Your answer will be 4x plus 3 bracket 0 equal to 12. Now it will be 4x equal to 12. So x equal to 3, right? You have just to simplify it. So when you put y equal to 0, you get x equal to 3. So let us write it. See, you have to write in the order of x and y only, right? So I have y equal to 0. So I have to write 0 in second number and x equal to 3, x in first number. Very easy, right? So these two are solution for this equation. Now let us find for second one. Second one is 2x plus 5y equal to 0. Now if you see 2x plus 5y equal to 0, let us put x equal to 0. So if I put x equal to 0, my equation will be 2 in bracket 0 plus 5y equal to 0. So it will be 0 plus 5y equal to 0. So final answer will be 5. Sorry, I have to write y here, right? So final answer will be y equal to 0 by 5. Now any number, if you write any number in the division of 0, it will be 0. So when I put x equal to 0, my y will always be 0 in this equation. So write the first solution as 0, 0. Now if you see, I got both as 0. So now if I put value of y equal to 0 in my answer, then x will be 0. So I cannot write that, right? So I have to choose a value of x as different number, right? Because value of y is already, so my one solution is 0, 0, 0, 0. So I have to find a different solution. So I have to put another value of x or y. So let me take a value of x equal to 1. So if I take value of x equal to 1, it will be 2, 1 plus 5y equal to 0. Now if I write it, 2, 1, that is 1. So if I put on other side, it will be 5y equal to minus 2, right? So y will be minus 2 by 5. Very easy. When I put x equal to 1, y will be minus 5 by minus 2 by 5. So you just have to learn simplification and you can give these answers. X is 1, y is minus 2 by 5. Order matters, right? So don't write x in place of y and y in place of x. Now we will see the third one. Third one is 3y plus 4 equal to 0. See here, I don't have any x. So I can put any value of x. I will get same value of y for each time. What I am saying is, let me take x equal to 0 and find the value of y. So if I put x equal to 0, what will be value of y? Let me write that here. Value of y will be 3y. Because in the equation I don't have x, so I don't have to put the value of x. I have just let x equal to 0. Now 3y equal to minus 4 because it is plus 4. So if I move it to the other side, it will be minus 4. So y will be minus 4 divided by 3. This is my value of y when I put x equal to 0. So my first answer is 0, minus 4 by 3. Now, if I put y equal to 0 in this equation, I don't have any x, so I cannot find value of x, right? So I have to, let me put away another value. Let me put value of y equal to 1. And if I want to find the value of x, because in this equation I don't have x, I cannot go with this way, right? So I have to choose any other value of x. So let me take value of x is equal to, let's say I have taken 1. So if I am letting x equal to 1, the equation will look like 3 in bracket 1 plus 4 equal to 0. Now after that, 3 plus, sorry, here I have y only, right? So let me erase it. 3y plus 4 equal to 0 because in this equation I don't have x, so I don't have to worry about it. Now 3y equal to minus 4, so y equal to minus 4 by 3, right? So I get same answer for both value of x, for 0 and for 1. If I put x equal to 0, y will be minus 4 by 3. If I put y equal to x equal to 1, y will be minus 4 by 3. Now if you want to analyze this and if you want to see it on a graph paper, why we got both as the same, let me show you on a graph paper. 3y plus 4 equal to 0. Let me write this equation as 3y plus 4 equal to 0. Now if I write this equation, if I show this line to the graph paper, what it will look like? You can see here, this blue line is my graph for this equation. Now if I see here, I got a straight horizontal line at a point here, you can see, right? Here I have 0. Let me show you. Here I have 0, here I have minus 1, and my straight horizontal line. This is a solution, or this is a graph of the equation that we have shown in last question. So you can see here, you can take any point. Here I have taken this point, right? So here x is 0 and y is minus 1.333. Now if I take this point, any point, you can take any point on this straight line. You can see value of x is changing, but value of y is constant for all the time. You can see here, value of x is changing. Here I have 0.85, but value of y is always 1.333. You can see here, right? It is showing a precise value. So let me zoom it so you can got a great idea. Here you can see value of x is changing, but value of y is always 1.333, right? Because in the straight line, for all the terms, value of y will always become same for the horizontal line, right? Because it is passing through this point. And let me say I have a point here. Now if I have a point here, if I write a coordinate of that point, my y coordinate will always be this. In a straight line, my y coordinate in straight line in any point, y coordinate will always be 1.33, this point, right? So you can get the solutions of the equation as changing value of x. For any value of x, your y will be always the same. Let me write another equation. Let me write ax equal to 5. Sorry, ax equal to 5. I have written this equation, right? Now if I show this equation on the graph, how it will look like, x equal to 5. So here I got a graph of that equation x equal to 5. Now, in this line, you can see the solution of this equation or solution of this graph is 5, 0. Now, in this straight line, if you write a coordinate of any point, you have always 5 in place of x and y will change. So if you take any value of y, you get value of x as same, and that is 5 in this equation, right? So that's why in the last question we got a different we got the same value of y by putting a different value of x, right? So this is the graph of that equation. Now let us see another one. Question number 1 of exercise 4.2. Which one of the following is true and why? Y equal to 3x plus 5 has a unique solution, or only two solutions, or infinitely many solutions. Which of the following is true and why? So we all know that linear equation in two variable has infinitely many solutions. So my first answer will be, here I can see y 3x, it is a linear equation in two variable. So it is, my answer will be infinitely many solutions, right? So my answer will be this, infinitely many solutions. Why? Why? Because I can find infinite solution by putting a value of x and get a corresponding value of y, right? So you have to write it by putting different values of x. You can, or you can write here by putting a different values of one variable, you can find corresponding value for another variable, right? You can find corresponding values of x, right? So you can get infinite solutions. You can write the answer or the you can write the answer and the reason in your own language, right? But the concept must be same. So any equation, and for any equation in two variable, there will be infinitely many solutions. Now write 4 solutions for each of the following equation. Very easy, right? You have to start with letting the value of x and find the value of y. So let x equal to 0 for this equation. So it will be, now I am not writing 2 in bracket 0, I am writing direct y equal to 7. Very easy, you can see here. So my first solution is 0, 7. Very easy. Now let y is equal to 0. So what will be the x? So x will be, so I have to write 2x equal to 7, right? Because y is 0, then x will be 7 by 2. So my second solution is 7 by 2 when y is equal to 0. Now let us put x equal to 1. So if I put x equal to 1, let x equal to 1, then it will look like 2 in bracket 1 plus y equal to 7. I am writing direct, right? So 2y equal to 7, 2 plus y equal to 7. So it will be y equal to 7 minus 2. So y equal to 5. So when I put x equal to 1, y equal to 5. So let me write here x equal to 1 and y equal to 5. I have to write fourth one also. Let me write here. If I put y equal to 1, what will be x? So if I put y equal to 1, it will be 2x plus 1 equal to 7. So final answer will be 2x equal to 6 and x equal to 3. Very easy. Don't forget to put these 3 dots in your every answer, right? It is necessary. So x equal to 3. So final answer would be 3 and y 1. So these 4 are the solutions for this equation. Same way, we have to find a solution for the second equation. Pi x plus y equal to 9. Is pi a real number? Yes, we all know pi is a real number and it is irrational. Now find a solution for this. Pi x plus y equal to 9. So you can see here, if I put x equal to 0, let x equal to 0, it will look like y equal to 9. So I can get first solution very easy, 0, 9. Now put, now let me write here, let y equal to 0. So it will look like pi x equal to 9 because y is 0, right? So x equal to 9 divided by pi. Just simple as that. So I get, if I put value of y is equal to 0, I get x equal to 9 divided by pi. I get two solutions. Now let me put x equal to 1. How it will look like if I put x equal to 1? Let me write let here. Let x equal to 1. So equation will be pi multiply 1, that is pi, plus y equal to 9. So final answer will be y equal to 9 minus pi. Just simple as that. So my third solution is when I put x equal to 1, I get y equal to 9 minus pi. Right? Now what will be the fourth solution? Let me put y equal to 1. Now if I put y equal to 1, the solution is looking like, or equation is looking like pi x plus 1 equal to 9. So if I put 9 in the other side, it will look like pi x equal to 9 minus 1, that is 8, right? And x equal to 8 by pi. Very easy, right? So when I put y equal to 1, I got x is equal to 8 divided by pi. See, if you want a simple answer, not in term of 8 by pi or 9 by pi, if you put value of y equal to pi, then you can get value of x, or you can put a desired value of x and y, right? What I'm saying is, if I put value of x equal to, let's say, if I put value of x equal to 2, then what will be value of y? Value of y will be 9 minus 2y, and in this term, right? If I put value of x equal to 1 by pi, what will be value of pi? What I'm saying is, if I put value of x equal to 1 divided by pi, then value of y will be x is equal to 1 by pi. So pi multiply 1 by pi plus y equal to 9, right? Then pi will be cut. So y equal to 9. So you can get a simple answer is y, right? By putting the suitable value of x for that answer. So that's in that way you can get answers. But I will say you must go with 0 1, right? You can get answer easily. You just have to do a simplification. Don't go with these desired values. Now x equal to 4y, very simple. Let me put x equal to 0. Then 0 equal to 4y. So y equal to also 0. Right? 0 equal to 4y. 4 will be in the division. So 0 by 4, that is 0 also. So y equal to 0. So I get one solution as 0 comma 0. Now I cannot take y equal to 0, right? Because it is already covered in this solution. So I have to take x equal to 1. So if I put a let x equal to 1, what will be y? So y will be 1 equal to 4y. So y will be 1 by 4. Y will be 1 by 4. So my second solution is x equal to 1. Y will be 1 divided by 4. Now let us see third solution. I have, let me put y equal to 1. If I put y equal to 1, so it will look like x equal to 4 multiply 1, that is 4. So y equal to 1, that is x equal to 4. So my third solution will look like 4 comma 1. And last one, what is last one? Last one is if I put x equal, sorry, let me put y equal to 2. If I put y equal to 2, my equation will look like x equal to y equal to 2, that means 4 to the 8. So y equal to 8, I get direct answer. So x equal to 8 and y equal to 2. So these are the four solutions for these three equations. Now, third question, check which of the following are solution of the equation x minus 2y equal to 4 and which are not. How can we check the solutions that these coordinates are the solution of that equations, or yes or no? We just have to put that value on the equation. If equation is satisfied means if both the side of equation is same or is equal, that means yes, that coordinate or that value of x and y are solution of the equation. First one is 0 comma 2. Now if I want to check it, 0 comma 2 is the solution of this equation or not. So I have to put value of x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 2. So if I put these two values in equation will look like 0 minus 2 in the bracket, y is 2 equal to 4. I have just put a value of x and y in that equation. So 0 minus 2 multiplied 2, that is minus 4 equal to 4. Now this is not right? Because minus 4 is not equal to 4. We all know. So this is not a solution of that equation. 0, 2 is not a solution of this equation, right? When it comes 4 equal to 4, both the side of equal to sign is equal, then only we can say that equation, the two values are satisfied and two values is a solution of this equation. Now we will see 2, 0. If you see 2, 0, let x equal to 2 and y equal to 0. If you want to write the answer in other language, you can write it as for the LHS. Let me put a value of 2 x and y in the LHS. LHS of equation is LHS equal to x minus 2y. We all know LHS means left hand side of equal to sign. Now x minus 2y, that is 2 minus 2y, y is 0. So 2 minus 0. So my final answer will be 2 only. This is not equal to RHS, right? Because my RHS is 4. So I can say this LHS is not equal to RHS. So this is not a solution for the equation. We will check it for 4 and 0, right? So let x equal to 4. So if I put x equal to 4, y equal to 0 in my equation, it will look like 4 minus 0 equal to 4. So final answer will be 4 equal to 4. So yes, I got both the side equal, 4 equal to 4. So I can say, yes, this is the solution of this equation, right? It can be solution of this equation. Now we have root 2 and y is 4 root 2. So let me write x equal to root 2, y equal to 4 root 2. If I put these two values in my equation will look like root 2 minus 2 in bracket 4 root 2 equal to 4. Now if you see, if I multiply 2 in the bracket, it will look like minus 4 to the 8. Root 2 minus 8 root 2 equal to 4. Now root 2 minus 8 root 2 is not equal to 4. We all know, right? Final answer will be minus 7 root 2. And minus 7 root 2 is not equal to 4. This is wrong. You have to write here. This is wrong. So root 2 and 4 root 2 is not a solution of this equation, right? We have only one solution for this equation. Now let us check fifth one, 1 and 1. If I put 1 in place of x and 1 in place of y, the final answer will be 1 minus 2 equal to 4. So we all know this is also not a solution because 1 minus 2, that will be minus 1 is equal to 4. Now this is not true, or you can write minus 1 is not equal to 4. So this is also not a solution. So in this question, I get only 1 point as a solution, 4 and 0. Other solution, if you want to write other solution, it will look like 0, minus 2. 0, minus 2. Right? If you put it in this equation, it will be equal for both the sides, and you can get infinitely many solutions. But in this question, we don't have solutions, right? Our fourth question: find a value of k if x equal to 2 and y equal to 1 in the solution of this equation. We have already done this type of question in polynomial chapter also, right? Where we know the values of x and we have to find the value of k, such type of questions, right? In this equation, we have where x and y is equal to 2 and 1 for the solution of this equation. That means if I put x and y equal to 2 and 1 in this equation, both the sides should be equal. So let me put it. So by putting you have to write it, right? By putting the value of x and y, my answer or my question will look like 2 in bracket 2 plus 3 in bracket 1 equal to k, right? So 2 to the 4 plus 3 equal to k. So 7 equal to k. So you get the value of k very easily, right? K equal to 7 for this equation when I put x equal to 2 and y equal to 1, right? So this is a IMP question. You can see you will see this type of question in your exam also, right? So this is your chapter number 4, and here is a summary. We have got a linear equation in two variable standard form as ax plus by plus c equal to 0. There is only one condition, and that is a equal to b equal to 0. This cannot happen, right? That means both the coefficient of x and y cannot be equal to 0 at the same time, right? Any one of can be equal to 0, but both cannot be equal to 0 at the same time. And solution will be look like x and y in ordered pair. I have already shown you the graph of the equation in a graph paper also. Solution is a point, all the points or coordinates of all the points on that graph. the linear equation in two variables will show a straight line as a graph, right? Always it will show a straight line. Now, the linear equation in two variable has infinitely many solutions. It is an important point. Now, in the last exercise, we have find that what are the solution of the equations, and we have check whether the given value of x and y is solution of that equation, yes or no, and we have find value of k also, right? So this is our chapter number 4. We will meet in another lecture very soon, right? So thank you for watching this video. Thank you.